Hello everyone, it's Dan here from Thomas Road Support. In this video I'm going to take you through the process of building a page with WPBakery Page Builder and Insight theme for WordPress. So as you can see with the demo data, we've got loads of examples for you to work with. You can use this as a starting point or for reference, but in this video I'm just going to show you how you would create a page from scratch, just giving you a general idea of how things work. So to begin with, we're going to create a new page. We're going to do this by going to the new area here and select page. And because we're wanting to use the page builder, we're going to select the WordPress Bakery Page Builder editor here. Just clear this out of the way. Okay, so to begin with, I'm just going to give this a title. Before I add any content, I'm just going to publish the page so you can see exactly how things work and what to expect. Okay, so you'll notice this is switched back to the standard WordPress editor. That's to be expected. To activate the bakery page builder, you need to click the button here. And what you'll notice with any fresh page, without any content in there, you'll simply get a basic WordPress page like you would expect. As soon as you add any bakery content in there, so if I just drop in a random block here and hit save, if we take a look at this page, you'll see the title etc. is disappeared because a special blank template is used. So basically this means if you are using the page builder, you will need to add any content to the page that you want to see, but this gives you complete control, of course, of what you have on the page. Anyway, if we move on, I'm going to go ahead and add something like a header to the start of the page, so I'll just get rid of this text block. And in this first row, we'll pop in a header block here. We're going to give it a nice background, so I'll choose, quite like that pattern there. And I want to add some text to my header as well. So we've got a nice header setup with some text and a custom background image. If we publish that and refresh, you can see this is the result. Now I've purposefully left it like this because it just wants to let you know exactly what you can expect. You'll notice that there's an area around it, there's a gap up and below, etc. If you wanted this to stretch out to the full width without the padding at the top and bottom as well, what you need to do is go to your section settings, and first of all we'll choose to stretch the section. So if I just update and show you, you can see now is the section stretches to the full width of the container. If we want it to go to the full width of the entire page, we can stretch the section and content. And that will basically stretch the row that's in the section as well. So there you go, you can see that it's now fully filling out the width of the page. Now we do have this gap at the top and bottom, so if we wanted to remove those, if we go to our section again, go to edit, under the design tab, for the padding we can specify 0, just like that. And if I update the page and refresh, oh, I refreshed too soon, there you go. You can see that's now completely filling out the width and there's no gap above and below. So just to clarify, once you've added a section, if you want it to be full width with no gap, then you can select stretch section and content, and under the design tab we can specify the top and bottom paddings to be 0. There you go. Now moving on, we're going to add a section again below this. I'll pop in, I'll do 2 actually. I'll just set up a couple of examples. So the first section I'm going to create just a few columns. In the second section I'll just have 2 columns, that'll be fine. Now in these columns I'm going to just pop in a card. Now you've got a few different options here. One of the popular ones you may want to use, which you'll see in the demo data, will be the link card. This gives you various layouts for text and links, etc. So in this one I think I will choose something like the text and link. So I'm going to pop in a custom image. This one here will be fine. And I'm going to have that link just to nothing for now. I'll just clone this over. And the section below, I'm just going to pop in some text. And maybe just an image on the right here. So I'm just popping in some random text. And we'll publish and see what this looks like. And there you go. You can see there we've got our card just as we wanted. We've got our text, etc., etc. Now, the reason I've done this without editing any section settings is to give you an idea of how the backgrounds work. So, for instance, these both sections here have got the default background, which is the body background, which is grey, which is perfectly fine, but you may want to change that to white, for instance. You've got a couple of ways to do this. So in the first section here, you can go to the Design tab and actually select any custom colour you want from here, or under the class name you can choose one of the custom classes such as BG White. And the one below, which is also just a standard background, let's say you wanted to have that to be a dark background, so you want to have that be the dark background you selected in the theme options. We will type in BG Dark. You'll notice I've put a few classes here for reference as well. So if we save and update, I think I refreshed too soon again. There you go. So you can see our background has changed to white and dark respectively. Fine. Now the other thing you'll notice here, again, just like above, the section we've added by default will adhere to the standard container for the website. Now you may not necessarily want that if you want it to stretch all the way out. What we can do again is head to the section settings and we can set that to stretch. And you can see that has now left the entire content to cover the entire section to cover the entire width of the site, but the content has remained adhered to that regular container. So again, just like the one below, we can stretch the section, and there you go. That's now filling out the entire width. Now in this example, unlike with this hero area at the top here, the reason we've not set it to stretch the content is because we want the content to remain in that nice boundary. However, just to show you exactly what would happen if we were to stretch the section and the content, you'll see that now fills the entire width. So you may want that, it's entirely up to you, just giving you a general example of how it all works. Okay, so that's the basics of how to build a page with WPBakery. I will be producing more videos on how to use the individual blocks, so if you're interested in how these all work, then do let me know. Other than that, if you have any questions, do come see me over at support, and thanks for watching.